23-year-old former world champion as he moves down looking for that white flag that will be upcoming, indicating just one more lap to go of the 57 that make up the race distance here. 200 miles, the longest superbike race in the world. Here is the early leader. This is Wes Cooley. I think he's got a problem. Cooley looking down at his rear tire. Dale, I think you may have called that one. I'll bet that tire is worn out.
There's no doubt there. He was looking down at the rear tire, Dave, and you know he's got to be experiencing, the very, very tremendously badly worn tire here, because Wes Cooley has gone out, staying out on the same tire that he started the race with.
Here is Spencer leading handily. Cooley has fallen far downfield, so at this moment, Cooley's strategy is simply to save that rubber, keep himself out of trouble, and hang on to by far his best finish ever in the 200. Freddie Spencer has come home second a couple of times in this race. Both times he had to change, let me recall, I think one year it was one tire and the other year it was two tires. That's just part of the bad luck that has plagued him. Dale, it looks like Freddie's finally going to break out of the slump, break the jinx here at Daytona. As I said before, I think everybody's got to be happy with this cycle week 85.
They should be, Dave. In the early going when Freddie came from so far behind at such a deficit, I thought the shadow of the jinx was back on his shoulders again, but he's doing a tremendous good job. This is Wes Cooley now coming down the back straightaway. He's coming home for second, pointing to the pit area. The pit crewman there seeing him, indicating that the tire is badly worn. So Wes Cooley is going to try his best to lift the tire home, taking extreme measures of caution here on the banking where that tire is definitely at its most prominent factor of blowing.
Well, he could have a problem because he could be caught from behind. Fortunately for Cooley, he's got a pretty healthy margin over the third place man, Jeff Haney. And for Freddie Spencer, he's got a fresh rear tire thanks to a 40-second change by perhaps the finest crew in the business. He's got no problems at all. He's out here for a Sunday cruise. I've got to think that for Freddie Spencer, as many miles, as many laps as he's run at this racetrack, and as many times as something bad has happened to him, that he's got to be thinking it's going to come again, Dale.
He's breaking the jinx here today, Dave. And he's feeling real good right now down that straightaway for the last time. It's the cold chills that you never forget right here as Freddie comes from the stripe. And it's the white flag lap. One more to go. This is when Freddie is going to be really sensitive to listening to that motor, to watching traffic, looking at the surface for the least bit of discoloration of the tarmac, indicating where a little water or a little oil has been dropped by one of the bikes. This is really the critical lap. Freddie will be taking an all-out effort to keep that bike in tow for the winning of this race.
3.5 miles from the checkered flag, Freddie Spencer, a couple of minutes away from an accomplishment that he has dreamed of since he was 11 years old and came to Daytona International Speedway as a rank amateur, a wide-eyed kid dreaming of the day when he would win the Daytona 200, dreaming of being world champion. Freddie Spencer in his 23 years, 17 of which have been racing, has done it all. He's won 13 Grand Prix races, 11 Superbike events, won the World Championship, youngest man ever to do it, but he has never won the Daytona 200. He came here in 1985 to do not only that, but to sweep the triple, Formula One, Formula Two, and the race that has always eluded him. Dale, it's a wonderful accomplishment, and he's got to be just glowing inside as he makes that final tour of the backstretch.
I can remember it well, Dave. It's a feeling of cold chills you'll never forget. Down the back straightaway for the last time, and he's going to take it real easy, braking early, leaning over, going into chicane. That is the greatest feeling, Dave, right there in all of motorsport. When you make that last turn, you know that your chances of the risk that you take out there is at a bare minimum right now. He just has to ride the motorcycle straight up and down for another mile and a half, and he's going to conquer the biggest accomplishment he's always dreamed of, the Daytona 200.
This kid can kick it out of gear and coast home from here, ladies and gentlemen. After an early problem dropped him to 49th place, Freddie Spencer has come charging back. Freddie Spencer has done it. Freddie Spencer has won the Daytona 200 and swept the Daytona Triple. The crowd goes crazy as Spencer acknowledges the cheers of the throngs. Oh, he's got to be so very happy. He's pointed to this day for so long. And look at the thrill for Wes Cooley. He has come home a winner too, breaks his jinx, finishes his best ever at Daytona. We'll be back to meet the winners right after this. A lifetime dream has come true for Freddie Spencer, who represents the pinnacle of professional motorcycle sport. The $1 million contracts, the high-intensity, high-speed competition. For Spencer, this is his day. But let's not forget that for Freddie Spencer, for the thousands of competitors who have come here to Daytona, it starts out as fun. It starts out as racing for trophies. As we give Freddie a moment to enjoy his spotlight before we meet him in victory lane, let's tip our helmet to those who come for fun.